Hey guys, Robert with Method Race Wheels. Just want to introduce our new 318 wheel in machined. This is going to be in a 17 by 8.5 plus 25 offset, which will go with your newer Tacomas, Land Cruisers, Tundras. Not too aggressive on the offset, but it's going to bring you out just a hair. But we want to keep you up there in that plus 25 range to kind of give you a nice aggressive stance. And that's going to be in the machined. We also have a new 708 in a gloss titanium. This is going to be in our bead grip series, which if you can see up here, it'll have our bead grip technology, which allows you to air down, let these grooves bite into that tire bead and let you go down to lower tire pressures and be comfortable, have peace of mind. And down here, we got the same finish, 703 in the gloss titanium as well, also with the bead grip technology. And yeah, any questions, call us up, let us know. My name is Robert.
Hey guys, my name's Delon Murphy from PowerBrake. We're a family business. We manufacture brake systems for overland and 4x4 trucks. We do nothing else. Everything's manufactured in South Africa, and then we're out of North Carolina in the US. What I want to do is show you some features and benefits of what makes our products stop your 4x4 better and makes your 4x4 truck safer to drive. A lot of us are adding a lot of extra weight. We're putting bigger wheel and tire packages on, and so all of that makes the vehicle unconfident to drive, but also makes it less safe to drive. So I'm going to start over here. So the first thing we do is we use a billet aluminum to manufacture the caliper, okay? So our caliper is a lot lighter than the original caliper that you'd get, for example, from Toyota or on your Jeep or something like that. Then we start over here with a big bridge over the top. That bridge is really critical because we want to make the caliper as rigid as possible. And that allows the caliper to not flex under braking, and that'll give you a lot better pedal modulation. So your brain plays a big part of the way you brake a vehicle, and for that reason we want to give you that pedal feel and modulation feel. Moving to here, every single caliper has got temperature measurements on it, so it'll hold the highest temperature that the caliper's ever been to, and that way if we ever need to look into what's going on in the brakes, we can start looking and understanding what temperatures the caliper was running to. Every single bleeder screw or component is recessed away, so there's nothing that sticks out on the caliper that can be ripped off by a stone, by the vehicle in front of you that's thrown a stone down the road or something like that. Internally ported, so there's no external crossover tube matching both sides of the calipers. And this is a big problem we see on 4x4 trucks, is people take street calipers and are trying to adapt them to a Tacoma or 4Runner or Jeep or something like that, and that's a big weak point. Moving to the bottom side of the caliper, every single caliper has got machined pockets away to help with making it a lot lighter than the original caliper. Just to give you an idea, on a Toyota Tacoma, our caliper is our big brake kit is half a pound lighter than the original brake system. Then we use stainless steel pistons, not aluminum, and the whole reason about that is we want to transfer heat a lot slower from this friction surface area into the caliper, because the brake fluid sits right here in the caliper, and stainless steel transfers heat slower than aluminum. Then we do not have external wiper seals at the piston pods, and the main reason for that is under high temperature and over prolonged use, they crumble and break away, and then that can allow a lot of debris, muck and dirt in towards the seal that sits over here, which is your piston pressure seal. So we want to protect that, so we do a wiper seal internally that remains in place and doesn't get damaged. The last thing is very unique, is we bolt from the back of the caliper. So we machine away on the billet extensively over here, so we fit under so many wheels. That's a lot of hard work that we do in that to make sure that we can fit under those wheels. So like on any mid-size truck, we fit under a 17-inch wheel, and then on the full size we need the 18-inch wheels. I'm going to move over here to the rotors. We do larger rotors. So for example, on mid-size trucks it'll be 350 millimeter by 34, so 13.7 inches, and then on the full-size trucks we then go to a 14.5 inch rotor. What is unique, if you have a look over here, is the curved cooling vanes. So what we want to do is we want to suck air into the center of the rotor and flow it over to get the airflow through the rotor as quickly as possible and bring those temperatures down. if you visualize a rotor as a storage compartment, almost like a glass of water, the more heat that we're pouring into it, we only have so much storage available, so we need to dissipate that heat as quickly as possible. There's also something pretty nice or pretty unique on the rotors. Every single rotor's got temperature measurements on it, and the way this tab works is it'll hold the highest temperature that the rotor's ever been to. So that way you know exactly where the rotor went, and again, we can always make informed decisions if we need to. It's a complete bolt-on solution. It comes as a kit, detailed instructions, all the components that you need to do the installation. So yeah, we just try and make it that whether you're working at home or somebody's in a shop, we've really taken into account replacing the brakes. All the hydraulics are correctly calculated. You don't have to change master cylinders, all that. Our engineers have done that all for you. So check out our website, it's PowerBrake.us.
Hey, I'm John with ComeUp Winch, and we're here today showing off our new Seal Slim RSI model. Some of you who are familiar with our Seal Slim know that's a super compact frame, but now we also have our low profile integrated control box. What's really cool about this is if you need to mount this in a foot forward configuration, pull the two bolts on the end, pull the motor out slightly, rotate it, put it back together, and now you have your controls on top. IP68 rated. We got our patented cone brake system out at the end of the clutch assembly. Reduces all the heat buildup in the drum that you find with other manufacturers. We're going to have an extended cord controller mount, so if you have a hidden winch like popular on Toyotas and a lot of the late model trucks, you just drill a hole, mount that in there, and easy access to that. But yeah, we're just excited for this. It'll come with our cord controller and our wireless controller. And obviously it'll come with synthetic rope. We don't have it shown on here today, but be fully loaded and ready to install.
My name is Adam Wood and I'm with Step 22 Gear. Let me walk you through some of our new products. Right in front of me you've got the Penguin tool roll. A lot of you probably already know this already. This is our #1 style. And we had a lot of customer requests for a smaller version of the Penguin. So just to my right here, this is based off the Hedgehog toiletry roll, but we made a few small changes to it. So at the top end, instead of a pouch, we've now got a mini wrench roll. So this does have to be smaller tools that you're going to put in here, but we can show you how you roll that mini wrench roll up there and put the G-hook in. That'll sit on there. It still hangs just like the Hedgehog. So if you're working on smaller projects, you can use that bag that it folds up into, store everything as you're using it in and out of that. You don't have to hang it like the standard Penguin. You could use it flat on the ground or on the table. Now that bag also allows you to put your tools in and out of that as you're working in it, so you're not going to lose anything. When you're done, all your tools are in one place. You can put them back in the pouch there and then roll it up. You take the wrench roll, roll it up, and it ends up in a bag just like so. So that's the Penguin Mini. Another few new products that we have. Some of you may know our Tenkili Tech Pouch, which is the standard size here, which is great for smaller cameras, hard drives, all kinds of little kind of tchotchkes that you may be traveling with. But we had a lot of requests for larger cameras, so what I call a real camera or lenses or larger drones. So standard Tenkili, and then the new one is the Tenkili Grande. So you can see on the back side here we've got some larger style lenses, still highly modular. So if you had a larger drone or a large camera and you want to turn the back into just one compartment, you could do that. Or you could take these wings and extend them out and have them meet in the center. And now as you put your gear in here, your cameras, your drones, your electronics, everything has its own compartment. So nothing is running into each other and causing any harm. You keep everything stored there. The Grande also has a shoulder strap, so that turns into a nice little sling bag for you. And then features that same pass-through pocket that we have on the standard Tenkili, so you can access it from inside, or that zippered pocket on the outside accesses that same pocket there. So that's the Tenkili Grande. Now we went from the Tenkili standard to the Grande. Let's go the opposite direction. The Tiger Trove EDC pouch. This is a great product for just kind of general travel. We all have electronics as we're going. We've got our charging cables and our USB bricks, and it may be a spare watch band, a pocket knife, a lighter, whatever it is. We also are using the same style front pocket as you see on the Tenkili, so you can access that pocket from the outside or from the inside. So as you can see, that's a pass-through there. And then all of your, like I said, your charging cables and everything, it all has a home in here. This is the standard size. There's also a long version, which you can see here. Kind of the same layout, but you're going to have more room. So if you've got a lot of tech, a lot of chargers, spare bricks or whatever it might be, then you've got that extended version, and also room on the outside to store some stuff with that compression cord. So that is the Tiger Trove, standard and long. Also something you might notice sitting here, this is the Javan Journey Pack. This is going to be part of our spare tire program that we'll be launching in a couple months here. The bags are all done. We're working on the mounts right now. The Javan, you see, it's got the rigid back, and so our spare tire program is going to have mounting blocks, and along the tread side, so not the back side but the tread side, this pack here is going to attach to one of those mounting blocks. So this is a great bag for going outside. It's also MOLLE compatible, or you could make holes to your mounting pattern needs and mount it using your own hardware. So everything here is UV stable. This is a great pack for the exterior. You could do propane tanks, recovery gear, gloves, trash bags, the kind of stuff that you would want to access quickly. You can throw into the Javan here, and then it's roll top or fold top, and you'll see that you can also bring the two side release buckles together on the top here and do that style. So like most of our products, extremely modular, multiple uses, doesn't have to be on the tire, that's its main use. But we've also got some users that we're going to want to turn this into a sling bag. We're going to add straps, and you could use it as a backpack. So that's the Javan, and that will be available soon. I've got a few more if you guys want to see a few more things new. Some of you may know our Tortoise toiletry bag, which is our take on what your typical men's DOP kit is. Your typical DOP bag. The design's over 100 years old, and it just didn't make sense to me. So with the Tortoise toiletry bag, rather than have a one zipper where everything stacks up that you have to take it out to use it, with the Tortoise, when you open it and you unzip the front compartment, you can tuck that in. Now everything's sitting upright, nothing stacked on top of each other. You're able to take one item out, use it, put it back in. Depending on how you're traveling, if it's not clean around where you are or you don't have a lot of room, you've also got a built-in workspace. So anything you use now, rather than have to set it out here, you can set it on the inside. This does have a mirror, so if you're doing some sort of travel where there's no mirror, you've got a mirror included. And what's nice is this pouch is removable. So whether you're camping or hotel travel, you just need to take a few toiletries with you. This removable pouch allows you to take some items with you. It is Velcro hook back, so if you want to stick this to a backpack or do anything, you can. But that hook's very aggressive. If you're going to put this in a purse or a backpack or something, you take the included loop strip, put it on the back side. Now that harsh hook is no longer exposed, so you can drop that anywhere and not have to worry about it. And then when you're done, you can just put that pouch back in there, and then that loop strip rolls up and stores in one of the 3 pockets on the front side. Don't forget, you got 2 pockets here, so all your smaller items, you got a home for whatever you want to carry. 2 pockets in the floor, like I said, 3 here. There's also 3 in the back. The nice thing about the Tortoise, the standard size, it also has a hanging hook. It's not ideal, but if you get someplace and you just don't have a spot to set your Tortoise down, you can still hang it up. So that's the standard Tortoise. We've had that for a couple years. A lot of you have requested a larger version, and that's what we see here. Largely, it's the same design as the Tortoise that you just saw, but this is the Tortoise Grande. So a lot more room if you want to carry more toiletries or larger items will fit in here, no problem. But same design with that zip that goes up there. It also includes a mirror, which in this case is also a Grande version of the mirror. So you get a bit more use out of that mirror there, and zips up the same way. And looking at the Tortoise Grande there. So that's the Tortoise and the Tortoise Grande. So that's everything. If you want to find out anything more, you can check out step22gear.com.
Hey everyone, Trent Burbage with Boxo USA. We're out at the event, and some things here that we'd love to break down for you are going to be our kits that are specific for off-road, Sprinter vans, anything Tacomas, Jeep related. This right here is our off-road bag. It's an 80-piece kit, all metric, some specific things for, you know, your lug nuts on your wheels, sockets, wrenches, tire patch kit, and then a whole plethora of other things as well that you could get a little bit more information on our website. Aside from this bag, we also do have a metric and standard roll that goes really popular. Anything, you know, when you start throwing an aftermarket, you get a little mixed matched hardware, so it helps out. Another big product that's popular for us is going to be our hand carry boxes right here. This is our 3-drawer configuration. We also have a 5-drawer, but it's going to be all metric and standard, EVA foam cut tools coming over with the laser etching, so it's quick identification. And then lastly, but definitely not least, is going to be some of the stuff that we can't carry with us every day, but we could use to work on that everyday stuff. And that's going to be our toolboxes with the big EVA kits. So we have a full catalog right here. These drawers are just a couple of examples of various items that we have. Everything's nice and organized. Lifetime warranty as well on the tools. But feel free to go online at boxousa.com to check it all out. And then most importantly, if you didn't get a chance to come here and take advantage of the show deals, you can use the code OVE Socal, as in Overland Expo Socal, to get some savings on yours. So boxousa.com.